Hey guys, how you doing? Today we're gonna be taking a look at the Thriller Threat and Multitracks. This is my cover. Labby Flam was nice enough to send me these multitracks because he honestly he did most of the work. He did all the reconstructing. All I did was sing, and I provided Jupiter 8 patches for him to use. Um, Absolutely extraordinary work he did. Please go check him out. I'm gonna link his YouTube channel and um, yeah, absolutely amazing work. I can't wait to share these with you. I'm gonna walk you through each track. I don't know why I didn't. This is like literally the third time I've tried to record this, and I still haven't organized the tracks in any sort of way. I'm a moron, I know. But we're gonna start with the bass because it's the first track. So yeah. So there's the synth bass. That synth bass was created by me on Jupiter 8, CPT. Um, my keyboard's on the floor, so it's like hard to play. But yeah, I made this. I finally bit the bullet. Uh, Arturia had all their stuff on sale, so I got the Jupiter 8 for like 70 bucks or something like that. I don't remember how much. I think it was like 70 bucks. And yeah, I've been wanting a Jupiter 8 for so long, and I finally got the chance to do it. I had the money, and I was like, no, why not? Let's do it. So I bought the Jupiter 8, and yeah, this is actually the first project that uses the Jupiter 8. The Jupiter 8 is going to be on my album too. I want to remix all the finished songs for my album and put Jupiter 8 on them. So yeah, but anyway, back to Thriller. That's the bass. That's a really accurate bass. I'm sorry. Like if you were to pitch this up, like if you were to take the cover, pitch it up, it would honestly you could mistake it for the original. It's so good. I'm very proud of this bass, as you can tell. I worked very hard on it. Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna go to I think we're gonna do drums next. We're gonna start with the kick. The kick is V prom. Anyway, there's the V prom kick. Um, this yeah he used V, I think it's V prom. That's what it's called. Yeah, V prom. V prom was used for the kick, and then the snare somewhere down here. Um, the that acoustic part, the acoustic hits that you hear the at the start and right here you'll hear it too. Those are from the multi-track. It's a mix of original patches from me and multi-track stuff, but the snare, this is a V-prom snare. Now these tracks are unmixed, by the way. I just want to mention that. And yeah, so the kick and snare are V-prom. Hi-hats. I'm honestly not quite sure. They might be V-prom. I haven't listened to the actual Thriller multi-tracks in a while, so I couldn't tell you. I mean, if you want to take a listen, tell me in the comments. Now, to my understanding, an LM1 wasn't actually used on the session. It was a Lindrum that had LM1 chips that were burnt into the thing. So the kick was LM1, the snare was LM1, hi hats. I'm not quite. I can't off the top of my head. I don't. Maybe they were. Were they LM1? I think they were. The ride. The ride is definitely not LM1. It's either Lindrum or it's just an acoustic ride. Hold on, let me listen to it. Oh shoot, got something. The hi hat itself could be LM1. I'll have to go back and listen. The open hi hat is definitely Lindrum. because the LM1 open hi-hat is a lot more like synthesized sounding. You know what I mean? That's like the Lindrum had a more realistic open hi-hat. So I'm thinking it was a mix of the two, considering like I said, it was a Lindrum on the session. Um, but I think this is like part V-Prom and part multi-track. Labby, you're probably going to watch this eventually, so you can tell me if I'm wrong. Um, and then Cowbell. And I think Labby did this with V-Prom too. Labby, if you're watching this, if you want to like take notes and tell me, actually that would not only be helpful for me, but that would be helpful for the other people watching the video. So if you want to make like a note of everything that I'm saying, and if you want to like tell us your process in the comments, that'd be amazing. And the claps, like I said, it was a Lindrum, but they had Anthony oh my god, I can't speak. Anthony Marinelli said that he didn't like the Lindrum hi-hat because it wasn't bright. It was like a, as he put it. But the hi-hat clap is just like a perfect like clap. You know what I mean? And so it's a nice perfect clap and perfect clap. And also, there's no reverb on this track for some reason. When Labby was exporting him, he said that something happened. I don't know what happened. I mean, not really that big of a deal. The claps don't have reverb. Whatever, I can add that whenever I want to. But this is just the clap. Now, this could be multi-track, or he probably just found a clap and just, I mean, he probably just found an 808 clap. I mean, they're really not, it's an 808 clap. It's not like something that's really hard to find, you know. Put together a little something here. Yeah, so I'm thinking it's like a mix of V-Prom. The kick and snare, definitely V-Prom. I can tell you that for sure. Uh, the hi-hat and cymbal ride sounds like a mix of V-Prom and multi-track. Cowbell, I really want to say it's V-Prom. I'm like 99% sure it's V-Prom. Claps, probably just a stock 808 clap that he found. And I don't know if I talked about this. The bass, there's also the frog. So that's just the lower frog bass that you can hear. I don't hear it in the final mix. So when I opened these up for the first time, it was I didn't even realize these were in here. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's go on to the synths. This is the intro. Okay, so this synth here is a mix. It's my patch. This is my patch, but it's layered with the horns from the actual Thriller multi-track, as you can hear. But yeah, so it's my synth patch with the Thriller horns. Um, so there's that, and there's also. Did I show you guys the effects? I wanted to show that just in case I forgot, because like I've tried to record this so many times, I can't remember, and I really want to leave this unedited. So yeah. And then this is the strings and intro synth. Now this beginning part here is my preset, and then it changes into a mix of my preset and the multi-track hit. So it goes. All right, I'm sorry. This is not my patch. This is from the original. Everything that builds up to that is my patch. This part is taken from the multi-track, and also you can hear the horns in there too. It's doubled with the horns. And the reason why we did that is because for some reason my patches weren't giving like the correct amount of punch that I wanted it to. So I was like, you know what? Why don't we just add the original? And it just ended up sounding perfect. So we ended up just going with that. Um, since we're still on the topic of the beginning, I also made the theremin sound using the Jupiter 8. Probably should have gave you all a headphone warning. And another thing I wanted to mention, I really wanted to give this more of a Starlight feel. I didn't want it to be a direct copy of Thriller. I wanted Starlight elements. So instead of the falling star that's on Thriller, I ended up I used the theremin. It's altered slightly from the theremin that's later in the song. I removed not the tremolo. Tremolo? I don't know. I can't think of the word right now. I'm like having trouble thinking. But I removed the shakiness of it, if that makes sense. And he edited it to make it sound more like the Starlight. Uh, I don't even know what to call it. I guess theremin. We'll just call it the theremin. But yeah, I made this sound with the Jupiter 8, and you can hear the theremin later. So yeah, I made the theremin first, and then I came up with the idea to do that beginning part. So I altered my theremin sound to give it that rising effect, and then that's doubled with another one of my patches, another synth patch. So that's that covers the theremin and that beginning synth. So let's see if I can. I just personally prefer the sound of that rising theremin. I just think it sounds better. I wish they would have kept it in the final. And I believe that's on the Thriller demo, not Starlight. It came after, like right before the finished version of Thriller, the first demo of Thriller. I believe it had that same sound too. I think I'm not quite sure. And so anyway, we're gonna go to the organ and Rhodes. The organ and Rhodes were taken from the multi-track. So I originally wanted to have EKM play it, but he's busy right now, and he's already gonna do my album, and I didn't want to bother him, so I just figured, you know what, I really want the Rhodes sound. I love the Rhodes, so we just took it from the original. So there's the Rhodes, and of course at the end you have the there's the organ with the synth that was taken from the original. What am I missing? Ooh, I'm missing guitar and synth cat. Hold on, let me make sure I covered everything. Yeah, I'm only missing the guitar and synth cat. And like I said, I wanted to actually let me play this beginning part first because we actually used this guitar synth that I made a lot. Um, we took the guitar synth and we added I added portamento to the thing, and it made that. Oh, sorry, I'm like researching Doctor Who stuff. I didn't mean to click that, but yeah, I'm researching Doctor Who stuff. I'm trying to make screwdrivers, but yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to click that. I'm not even gonna edit it out because I'm too lazy. Anyway, we took that guitar sound, we added some I added some portamento, and we got this. And all together, that sounds like organ Rhodes there, theremin. We'll do it all together. Why not? Let's take a listen. And yeah, so that's that. And like I said, um, next we're gonna move to the synth guitar. And now originally we were gonna do we were just gonna take the guitar from Thriller, just the multi-track one. But I was like, you know what? No, I want to go more of the Starlight route. And in Starlight, there is no real guitar. It's literally a synth guitar. And so I pretty much recreated that patch, and this is how it came out. And I love how there's also on Starlight, that synth guitar, it has a lot more swing to it. I like that swing. Um, I love it. And also the part there goes da 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 da. That part on the chorus is also from Starlight. I recreated the and that's from Starlight. I recreated this patch on the Jupiter 8 along with the guitar. Um, this was actually last minute. This was like maybe the night before I came. I finally finished the patch because it just took me because I was trying to because I literally I really like I sat down and listened to every synth and tried to recreate it, and this came out amazing. I love how it turned out, and so yeah, that's that. Um, I think it sounds great. We're gonna go. Oh, and just another thing I left out. I believe this is the you hear the door slam. Oh, I guess not. Never mind. I thought it was the door slam, but I guess not. It was the that weird. What is that? Like a bird? That's from the multi-track. I know that. Um, let's see. Let's go to the end. We'll go to the zombie part here. So there's that, and of course you can pair it with the frog. So there's that, and then here's the end. Fun fact, let me pull out my Jupiter 8 real quick. As you can see, you can actually see, there it is. This was actually supposed to be. That was the early synth guitar that I made. We ended up not using it in favor of, you know, this. We ended up using it using that instead, but we ended up reusing that old synth for the dun 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 because it pretty much matched. Yeah, so it just matched, so we ended up just using it for that, and yeah, and another thing I didn't mention, there's the piano part. That's from the multi-track, I believe. Yeah, I believe that's from the multi-track because that sounds like a real piano, so I'm guessing that's multi-track because I know it's in there. Um, and then, of course, this is probably my favorite part of the whole song. I was listening to Live at Wembley, and I was listening to Thriller, and I love that little part at the end. The dun 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 dun. I love that little melody at the end of Thriller, and I know he does it. He does it in Dangerous Tour and History Tour and all that. And I just love that sound. I'm like, you know what? I wonder what that would sound like if we put it in like the original studio version. And that's how this was born. And I was just absolutely in love, and I love that piano he used. He didn't use the Rhodes. I don't think Labby even has access to the Rhodes because it's a really expensive program. But I know EKM has it, and I probably would have let him play it. But this, I love the way that this piano sounds. It's like that classic '80s. Oh, and it wasn't even used on Thriller, but yet it just fits so well. That was close. I don't know what just happened. That was really close. I thought I would have had to restart this entire video. Thank God. Anyway, so there's that, and we're gonna quickly do vocals, and because that's pretty much all the elements. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not going to lie. There's AI. There's AI on Thriller. I'm not gonna lie to you about that. Let me go to, and I'll explain to you why there's AI. First of all, I didn't want to sing Thriller in a super low key, and I actually I went to a karaoke show and I sang Thriller, and of course I can't sing it in this key. Um, and when I sing Thriller in such a low key, I just can't. It just doesn't fit. My voice doesn't fit. I can't sing it low, like in my natural tone, because it just doesn't work. And I figured, you know what? I'm gonna do it in this key because I love how it sounds in this key, the bad tour key, Dangerous for Rehearsal too. And I just figured, you know what? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do as much as I can, and anything I can't hit, I'll just use AI. So really, most of it, about 95%, 98% of the song is actually me. There's only a couple parts, and I'll show you.
It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that almost stops your heart. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. You start to freeze as horror looks you right between the eyes. You're paralyzed, cause this is dealing all night. Yeah, no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know it's dealing all night. You're fighting for your life inside of deny. Yeah.
So as you can tell, I mean, when you're listening to the lead vocals by themselves, you can tell what's AI and what's not. The kisses is dinner, that's AI. And you can tell when it switches back because the real me is like more aggressive with it. But we actually made a model. I made a model of myself using these vocals, actually, my real vocals, along with a set of Wanna Be Starting Something vocals that I made for the album. Yes, Wanna Be Starting Something still going on the album. And so basically that made a 10-minute data set, and we just kind of ran the Thriller vocals through there, or at least the ones we needed. So those high parts are what has AI. But once it goes, once it goes, and no one's gonna save you from the beast up by the strike, that's when it switches back to me. So
Yeah, no one's
AI, me.
Yeah, no one's gonna save you from the beast about to strike. You know
AI, me.
You're fighting for your life inside of Gana.
AI. So anything that was like really high that I just knew for a fact I couldn't do, that's what was AI. So that's me. So the verses are all me. And then there is one part that was the bridge is completely AI.
You're fighting for your life. Night creatures calling, the dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. This is the end of your life.
I couldn't hit that note even if my life depended on it. So that was completely AI. But like I said, Labby mixed it so good you almost can't tell. Like, I mean, of course, like you've all heard Thriller enough that you can tell. You can just tell by the way things are phrased and all that. But like I said, those were the only parts that were AI. Is those high choruses in that bridge section. And the ad libs at the end. Sorry, not that. Oh yeah, I love how he.
So let me hold you tight and share together.
I love how it goes higher than it does. I love that. I don't know why. And these ad libs here.
I'm gonna there tonight.
Those were almost AI. I don't know why. I like ran them through and I must have sent them to him by accident. I was like, no, wait. So I just quickly went in, recorded them like really like a couple hours before we released it. This is when I recorded. This was probably the last thing I recorded, along with a piece of background vocals I forgot. Speaking of background vocals, we're gonna get to that before we die. Okay, we're not gonna die, but these background vocals, the background vocals are completely me. They're not even tuned. Like this is just pure me, and I did it the way Michael did it. I double taked each harmony, so it came out.
You try to scream.
And it also sounds like Labby sped it up a little bit. I don't know why. Probably just sounded better. But I double taked everything. No tuning, nothing. This was just completely raw.
You try to scream. You start to freeze. Thriller night.
So there's that, and then here's the second verse.
You close your eyes, but all the while.
And this is my favorite part. I am so happy with how this turned out here.
They're broken wide.
I'm like so proud of how that turned out. I love that. Let's see.
Now is the time, all through the night.
And there's the.
Yella, it's tonight.
I remember trying to hit that. That was such a pain. That was such a pain. And I had to record that twice, by the way. That honestly probably took me maybe 20 tries to record both of those. And here I am doing it on the first try. But yeah, this is wild. wow, you know. And one more thing before we go, I just want to listen to this part back. If I can find it.
In this time, they're open wide.
That's just so majestic. I'm sorry. Okay, no, let's add some roads.
There's no escaping the jaws of the alien this time. They're open wide. They're out to get you. There's demons closing in on every side. And they will possess you unless you change that number on your dial. Now is the time for you and I to cuddle close together. Yeah.
Let me know if you guys want a mix of just the roads and vocals, because that's just, oh, that's majestic. That's so majestic. And here's just a little rough.
You feel the cold, yeah. And wonder if you ever see the sun. You close your eyes.
That's Thriller for you. And of course, there's the Vincent Price parts. The original plan, we were just gonna have the cut down verse, but I was like, no, I want the full thing. And Labby agreed with me. He was actually gonna ask me about that, and then I brought it up, and I was like, yeah, we're doing that. And so really, it added like an extra minute of this to the song, but I love it. So
inside a corpse's shell.
But like I said, he added it last minute, so it doesn't appear on this multi-track because I think he said he just spliced it together at the end, so it's not here. Along with Maxi Demand's part, that's not going to be here. It just goes from the
evil.
And it cuts to the laugh instead of the meet the monster Dominic Ferrini. And also, that is so weird hearing Vincent Price say your own name. Especially, I don't even have a common name, so it just makes it weirder. So it's like really, am I really a monster? It's kind of freaky, but I love it. And it was a perfect touch. And actually, it was supposed to be longer. We were gonna get rid of Rod Serling and Threatened and just replace it with Vincent Price AI because I thought it would be cooler. But then I don't know why I just couldn't get it right. It just, no matter how it sounded, it just didn't sound right. And then I tried to do the Rod Serling rap with the AI, and it just didn't come out right, you know. But yeah, those are the tracks, and I hope you enjoyed them. And I'm gonna do Threatened within a couple days, maybe like next week. This will give me a couple videos to mooch off of for a while, so I don't really have to do anything for like another month. So yeah, but I will have like actual new videos coming soon. I just really want to bring this Thriller Threatened thing out because so much work was put into it by me and Labby and Maxi and everybody who participated. And yeah, and Michael Jackson Multiverse was kind of involved too, but he's on Threatened, not this, so I'll talk about that not tomorrow, next video. I'll probably be recording Threatened tomorrow. But yeah, I will see you guys, and I hope you enjoyed this video. And yeah, bye.